Good morning, home builders. It is day 16, and we are talking about the value of work. This can be challenging because we have so many things to do, so many things we want to accomplish during the day, during our time at home, that we know that we can do it much easier, much faster if we do it ourselves. But the question is, what do our children learn from that? This is something I battle with all the time. I think it's important that we teach our children the value of work. The author points to 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 for the verse. You can check that out there. And the parenting principle is what it prepares our children for later on, and the character that it builds. You probably had a friend, or maybe you were that person whose parents just gave them everything. They didn't have any jobs, they didn't have anything to do, they didn't have any contribution to the home. I think one thing that it does is it teaches, it gives them a sense of satisfaction when they've accomplished something. It teaches them the value of the blessings that God has given us when they contribute to it, when they have investment in it. All that stuff is critically important for them to learn. The other thing that it does is it gives great opportunities for us to bond with our children, to spend time with our children. If the time that we spend doing work, especially work around the home, in service to the Lord is done outside of our children's presence, now we have the normal work day that we're apart from our children. We have now that other time that we're apart from our children, and when we look back on it, we realize that we just did like a whole day, and like we didn't even talk to our kids. When we do those jobs side by side with our children, teaching them how to do these things, it gives us an opportunity, if we do it right, to also spend time with them. This is something I've specifically been working on lately with the children that are my age, between 6 and 10, and it's difficult. So I'd encourage you to work on that. Consider those things, and also consider how we can do this in a positive way, not as a burden, not as a punishment, but as a way that we can bond with our children. One other thing I would just kind of came to mind is, I don't see a whole lot of place for gender roles in this. I mean, there's some, but I know that Angie will tell you that she was her dad's assistant when he was welding around the house back in the day. She had her own welder's mask, and she would hold things in place. And I also think that boys need to learn how to clean. They need to know how to be organized and keep a clean room. I mean, it's something that I really didn't learn all that much when I was younger, and I've paid for it as I've gotten older. But if you're a boy and you go to the Army, if you don't know how to do laundry, I mean, you're going to get a rude awakening really fast. If mama did that for you your whole life, or you at least didn't learn. So, I mean, there's some merit really across all genders for all different things to work with your parents, and it helps give an understanding for how things work, and the effort that comes that's required to do some of those things. And then there's satisfaction that results, and character that is built. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Have a great week.